When it comes to erotic works, voice acting can make a big difference. Erovoice, Sexy Voices Lead to a Successful Love Life, uses that premise to tell the story of a guy who joins a company that handles recording those voices. It's a work focused entirely on its erotic aspect rather than the story.
ディレクターさん、少し気になったんですが。
Everything starts when our young protagonist, an otaku who loves erotic voices so much that he always spends way too much money, needs a job. He soon finds a work opportunity that seems too good to be true, to help a small voice acting agency that also works in the erotic department. At this company called Cuckoo Clock, he finds a group of people who work hard to make the magic work. The story will explore some of the hardships and circumstances of working in the erotic voice acting business. However, this isn't the actual focus of the game. Erovoice is more like a collection of erotic circumstances that happen because the protagonist is working in this industry. As he does some odd jobs to help the girls, he'll get various chances to get more intimate with them. The excuses can be very foolish, like the stories you might find in a porn video. This campy side of the game is endearing as it embraces its silliness and makes creative circumstances to justify the sex scenes. Characters act their fantasies out by exploring scripts from fictional stories. The routes lead to the appearance of multiple kinks that vary according to the heroine picked. At the start of the game, players can choose between events with 4 women, but some side characters are also available down the line. The first of the main heroines is Iroha Sakuragi. She's a newcomer to voice acting sexy lines who joined the company along with the protagonist. As she came from a highly prestigious background and an all-girls education, she didn't have the opportunity to enjoy romance yet. Thus, she will need some hands-on approach to improve her performance. Another voice actress from Cuckoo Clock is Seika Morinaga. She's very experienced, and despite already being close to 30 years old, she looks like a little girl. Her artistic name is very famous for being associated with lolly characters. She's very professional, but her attitude towards the protagonist is harsh, and she tends to punish him for mistakes. On the other side of production, we have Hasumi Musha. She's a genius sound engineer who manages all the expensive studio equipment. She also handles all forms of sound samples and any recordings they do in-house. She's very antisocial, and her voice is quite stilted and low. If the protagonist sticks around, he will eventually see her perverted side. Managing the company and working at multiple odd jobs, we have Toko Kibi. Though her glasses may make her look intelligent at first, her real personality is that of a carefree dork. Very curious about things, having the protagonist around will lead her down a path of sensuality she would not likely have dove into otherwise. Another very important heroine is the boss, Madoka, who's always playing around with the protagonist. She's also a voice actress and has worked on many titles as an alluring older woman. She does a very unusual entrance test to see if the protagonist will be good for the job, which likely helped the other girls feel sexually curious about him. Each girl is charismatic, and the game manages to dive into various kinks. However, the game could have explored their stories a little more, feeling too shallow in the end. It also doesn't bother explaining how the industry works, only showing a few glances at it. Still, as a campy erotic title, it manages to explore erotic voice acting well. The silly situations are endearing, the voice actresses are top-notch, and the art style is mature and alluring. Players who come with the right expectations will find a lot of enjoyment in the title. However, keep in mind that there are still enough minor typos to disturb the experience slightly. Erovoice, Sexy Voices Lead to a Successful Love Life is a game that knows what to offer to a public that only wants some erotic fun. While the characters could have used some more development and the story feels a bit shallow, it is very endearing as an experience, and I can't help but recommend it. Erovoice, Sexy Voices Lead to a Successful Love Life gets an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.